F what you heard. F is for forget. So forget what you heard, because I've met so many people who are on each side of the extreme. People use their experiences or those of others to justify why they gave up on God. They say they're spiritual but not religious, or they're completely atheistic. Reasons why you don't believe in God often spring from pride. It's the, well, I didn't get what I wanted, so I gave up trying response. And I've heard it all. From, I heard Christians don't like gay people, interracial marriage, and women's health care, to, I left the church because people were so mean and judgmental, to, I prayed and nothing happened, to, well, why would God allow suffering, to, I tithed and yet my finances did not multiply. I did not grow up in the church. I was not heavily influenced by religious people. You'll see that I'm your average Jane. I did not go to seminary school. I grew up with a lot of questions about a potential creator, and yet I did nothing to investigate finding the truth. One day out of many, God took mercy upon me and opened up my heart and mind to the truth. And it is my intention to share the truth, discernment, and conviction that I've attained since that day. Forget what you heard. It's not just to get something out of him like a genie in a vending machine. It's easy to listen to the people around you, your professors, your parents, your close friends. You care about these people, and so you take their thoughts and ideas and experiences into consideration, so much so that that becomes your reality. But God's word says to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, and in all of your ways to acknowledge him. He will make your paths straight. Be not wise in your own eyes. So don't think you're so clever, but fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Lord says it will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. And in the context of this video, this all means forget what you heard and understood in the past and seek after God, and he will show you the way. God's word says, how long will you love vain words and seek after lies? In Psalm chapter 4, verse 2. Now, how long are you going to let experiences of others, or even unfortunate experiences in your own past, dictate the reality that God has never left you? People are susceptible to disappoint you. How will you know his voice apart from the lies of this world if you never seek him, but until there's a crisis or you're on your deathbed? God is waiting for you to turn around and seek him wholeheartedly, not just for you to get something out of it. There are no better gifts than those that God provides, and no peace on earth like the peace that God provides. In Matthew chapter 6, verses 7 through 11, God's word says, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks it will be opened. Which one of you, if your son asks for bread, will you give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will you give him a serpent? If you then, who are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who seek him? If you have questions for God, speak to him directly. There's not a single question he's never heard of. Don't be afraid to seek after his presence. He is faithful to provide you answers and solutions. God's word is very clear on most of the problems that we encounter today, because a lot of them are conditions of the heart. Evil actions spring from a wicked heart made of stone, where good actions spring from a heart of flesh that's connected to God. You will be able to hear his voice the closer you seek him. I encourage you to F what you heard and seek after God wholeheartedly. He will not let you down. I guarantee it. I hope that this has been edifying to you and encouraging you to seek the Lord. He is absolutely wonderful. Go check out my testimony. It's the first video that I posted on here, which shows you that I did not grow up in any sort of religious environment where I'm only saying this out of obligation or anything like that. This is completely voluntary. I love the Lord with all my heart, and I didn't always feel this way. So I think it's important for you to know that no matter how you feel today, You can come to a place where you have a relationship with God and you actually love him and you actually miss him when you don't spend time with him. He gives you clarity. He removes obstacles. Sometimes he might give you obstacles because we have to get through these things in order to progress, in order for us to learn, in order for us to give God the credit for getting us through all of these really difficult situations that we come into in this life. If you stuck around this long, consider subscribing to my channel. My goal is to make videos for you, sharing my discernment, hoping that I'm not beating you with a Bible, but that I'm sharing God's words to encourage you to seek him and forget what you heard.